How's everybody doing? We actually made this on purpose. We want you to be anticipating this very, very much. You guys have picked the best room. This is going to be a great one. If I can introduce to you guys Todd Groten.
All right. Thank you, thank you. All right. All these Call of Duty fans. Actually, can I have a show of hands? Actually, who knows what Call of Duty Elite is? Very good. All right. Cool. Well, I represent Activision Blizzard. I work at the Beachhead Studio, and I work on the Call of Duty Elite product. It's a tie-in between all the different Call of Duty titles, starting with the beta we had in Black Ops, and launching with Modern Warfare 3, and moving on to the next one we're launching in November, Black Ops 2. So here's all the legal mumbo jumbo that they approve me to say, but you know, hey, whatever. So Call of Duty Elite is a web service that's a social network, a competition site, and a site for improving your game. It has many different pieces. We have a compete section for what we call clan operations and groups. They are different areas for bunches of people to get together, play the game together, and win either virtual badging or in our, we call Lone Wolf operations, tangible stuff. In fact, we've given away, I think, 3 or 4 Jeeps already, trips to France, snowmobiles. So it's actually a pretty cool little product here. It's an add-on, for all the Call of Duty titles. We also have sections in there for improving your game. So we have areas to improve your weapons skills, to let you know what the best build-outs are, what the types of attachments you should be using, different maps are in there to know where the best kill areas are, where you can kind of camp from if you're a sniper, which is actually my area of expertise. I tend to be the sniper, not the run and gun type. And really to get to know the game in a lot deeper than just playing it and getting kicked. This will actually help you improve a lot. I went through it personally when I started playing Black Ops, and just by knowledge of the maps alone, improved my game like about 5-fold. So when we launched faster than Xbox Live, Netflix, and Hulu combined. It took them 1 year to get to 1 million users. We did it in 1 month. We also are the fastest growing or grossing game out there. We beat the Avatar property, where they did $1 billion in sales in 17 days. We did it in 16 days. So it's quite popular. And actually, as of August, we're over 10 million or 12 million users. And with that, we have about 3 million subscribers. Although people get into the whole thing, well, is it a pay site? No, it's not a pay site. But with that, you get a bunch of the downloadable content if you do subscribe. You get you get a bunch of the different pieces of the site for free, like the clan operations and the approved videos, and some of the other features, like Elite TV, which was actually kind of a cool idea. We have different web episode shows that we've produced. There's a new one that we've put out called Cocked Hammers that has Will Arnett and Jason Bateman, where they've actually been put into the game. It's got a little, 10-minute episode series. And we have other ones that are, called Friday Night Fights. We have 2 different types of groups come together and battle it out for a big, huge, like WWF type belt and some prize money. So, rockers versus rappers, or policemen versus firemen. Even the the best clan of one area versus the best clan of the West Coast versus East Coast. So there's a lot of different rich content that we provide. Well, with that, we have quite a need to scale this thing up with 12 million users wanting to hit the site at any one time. And because we're deployed entirely in the cloud, we can't really control how the servers that are behind the scenes are running hot or running cold without having some pretty decent monitoring. What we found that we had a problem with dynamically scaling our servers and adding monitoring. When we first were running the beta, we had some problems with spinning up and spinning down servers that really kind of made me a bit running ragged. We had one area that we went to. We had a product that we used. Actually, both used Hyperic and Zabbix for it. We ended up with hundreds and hundreds of dead servers as things spun down that didn't get deleted from Nagios. So we needed to have some sort of dynamic adding of the monitoring and deleting of the monitoring when the server went down. When we go up in threshold, we have a set, we'll go up by 50 servers, 100 servers, or our web service, maybe 200 servers. But when we start spinning down things after like a clan operation, well, we'll only go down by maybe 10, 20 at a time at each interval. Well, if you do that enough, you're going to get a lot of servers that aren't being monitored, and you'd never know truly where your CPU cycles are being serviced. And so when we went and had over 900 stale servers, it wasn't trivial to remove those from the database from the other products. It took me several hours to do, and that was only after maybe a day or two of servicing users. So I knew that was going to be a huge problem for us. So we actually analyzed a bunch of different products for that and found Nagios was the best to do all of that. It was the most extensible, and we could take a look through the back-end services like Nagios SQL and determined that there was a way to scale everything up dynamically. So what we found was Nagios was great about putting servers in if you knew the subnet that they're on. Well, unfortunately, in our public cloud, we found that you can't quite auto-scan a 10 dot. They wouldn't allow that. Because being in the public cloud that we are, they have reusable server IPs for everyone. So that 10 dot really spans all of their tenants on that server and in that infrastructure. So using the auto discovery features of Nagios was not an option. But what we did have was in XI we had the configuration files, and the configuration files were adequate for a while. But then we started spinning up the multitudes of servers, and we couldn't quite deploy them out as fast as we wanted. So we started looking for alternatives, and we found the bulk import host wizard. And we could actually write a script, and with the script, we could create a common delimited list based on a cron job, and then manually every cycle, every hour or so, go in and push for that common delimited list to be added to the bulk import host wizard and use the template that we've created for each of the servers. Well, that worked for a while. It worked for probably, a couple months. However, when we start spinning up and spinning down servers at 50 or 100 or 200, well, adding that in